We all have, traumas. We all have, issues and arguments with people, and you lose people, and you get divorced, and you separation, and you go through battles, but we never share any of that shit. First of all, comedy, we all need it. I mean, comedy is, I always say that every time I laugh, I'm like, I get another minute in my life, right? I'm just extending my life when I laugh. And I love comedy. I mean, I'm just like, I love comedy shows. I love comedic movies. I love to laugh. I mean, it's just one of the things that I love about life is that as human beings, and when you hear the truth about the world and the way things are, and we all have insecurities. We all are. I mean, I think that when a comedian brings it to life and shares the story of really who we all are anyways, I think it's funny, but it's also, it gives us some realization of being human. And I think that, I just think that at the same time, if I was an actor or if I was a comedian or you do have to be very careful the way that you talk about yourself. And that's for everybody, by the way. I mean, think about just that housewife that, is taking care of 4 kids and is just, going nuts. But think about the way that she thinks about herself sometimes, right? I mean, because she's not getting dressed up every day. And then she's looking on her Instagram and looking at all these beautiful models and actresses and all these people that are and then she feels like shit, right? And then she says, well, I'll never be that beautiful. I can't ever, so it's like, I don't know. I think social media, we have to be careful of and understand that it is just a perception. It's not real. I've been telling people this a lot lately. Instagram is not real. We all have shit in our life. We all have, traumas. We all have, issues and arguments with people, and you lose people, and you get divorced, and you separation, and you go through battles, but we never share any of that shit. If you think about it, right? Nobody talks about that.
It's all, you're putting like your best face forward, and you know what I mean? It's not like, I'm not posting on Instagram when I'm buying a box of tampons.
Exactly.
But that reminds me, maybe I actually should. I should do it when I'm like in no makeup, I'm in like a dumpy overcoat, and I'm like buying just shit, and like be like, the reason I'm posting this is because like this is real life. Like this is what it is. It's not.
And I think that's more, I think in today's world, if we're talking about social media or branding or, trying to, connect with an audience. And this is the challenge that I have probably, this is one of my worst problems in dealing with this, because I've been in an industry and a business that I've always, wanted to look good. I mean, I'm attracting people. I'm recruiting, I'm training, I'm developing. It's kind of like that real estate agent that they have their picture when they were 18, and now they're 65, so it's like, you got to update your picture because you do not look like that in real life. Now that I got to meet you. And so, with the real estate agent, and then, but it's like my whole life has been that kind of that picture perfect situation. And so that's what I've always been comfortable to share. And so for me, because just this last, probably 3-4 months, I've just started to talk about my divorce. And I never really even talked about my divorce to a whole lot of people, never publicly. And so even for me, it's been a lot of like just very strange, like a lot of different questions, a lot of different, trying to figure out, who is he really? You know what I mean? And because, I've lived this kind of this life where I've been looked at on the stage for all of these years, and people know me a certain way. And Instagram's not real. We all have problems. We all have issues. We all have challenges. But it's how we get through them, kind of what you were talking about, right? It's you taking that that mindset, understanding we are just energy. We take it the direction that we need to take it. So how do you feel about social media and Instagram, and how is that really affecting our, growth as human beings?
So it's everything in life, it's got its good and its bad. The positives are, it has allowed people who wouldn't have had a chance to be famous, so to say, comedians, influencers, or whatever, to give them a platform to make money and to give new voices to the world. And so that I love for it. Some comedians might not have ever made it, but because of social media, they got a chance to be seen. They weren't waiting around for the Hollywood executives to say it's okay, because they don't know exactly what they're doing. They waited for the audience said yes. And that was all you needed. So that is the positive message. The downside is everybody's got these filters. Nothing's real. There's so much advice out there, whether it's good, whether it's bad. You have to be very careful of the advice you're taking. There's tarot card freaking readers all over TikTok. I mean, there is so much shit. There's toxic advice on dating, but then there's good advice on dating. So do I think it's good for children? No. I think that social media should be banned for anyone under the age of 21. If you can't drink, you can't have social media. And I say that because it is so important when these kids are younger, when they're not fully secure and they don't have self-esteem just because of their age and their experience, that they are not being pressured to look a certain way. The increase of plastic surgery on teenagers has gone through the roof since social media. Teenagers are now getting breast implants, lip fillers, Botox, okay? Because of this is not normal. And they're not learning how to connect authentically with other human beings. Remember, when we grew up, there really wasn't social media, so we had to be present. We weren't on our phones. We weren't doing this. We really authentically hung out. And when you were with them, you were with them. And so that would be my rule. If you're under 21, you cannot use this shit. Maybe it's even 25 when you can drive a car, because you say your brain's not fully developed till 25. And then you can see. But maybe our younger influencers that could be listening, start being more real and authentic. I do love those TikTok accounts where the women are like just not models by any means, and they're crushing it because they're real and they're just having a conversation, and people do love that.
If you like this video and you want to watch another one, click right here. If you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.